Listen, I'd rather walk alone than walk in circles with the wrong people. Today, we're gonna talk about settling. Choosing not to settle, that's probably one of the biggest steps in learning to love yourself. You realize that bare minimum isn't real love, that inconsistency isn't true passion, confusion isn't connection. Love in any type of relationship shouldn't feel like confusion or feel like you're giving your all and the other person 70-30. It should never feel like that. You should never feel like you're putting in more. You're pouring more into somebody's cup than they're pouring into yours. That's not real. You're settling. When you choose not to settle, you choose to walk away from a lot of things. You choose to walk away from a lot of things um that means like you're gonna be sitting in your thoughts and your feelings in silence without any distractions, you know. I found myself over explaining. I found myself like, not liking certain situations, but I'm just like, I felt myself, I felt like I was shrinking myself to keep the peace, like I didn't want to upset the other person. So I would just not say nothing. And like the more you stop settling, the more you attract what's aligned for you and what's in the purpose for your life and what's meant for you. Choosing not to settle isn't being perfect, because literally nowhere near perfect. I never claim to be perfect. I don't assume I'm perfect. You know, I we're all working on ourselves, you know. Having like unrealistic expectations, like somebody expects you to have but they can't do the same for you, or like, no longer accepting what drains you or disrespects you, like growth over comfort. Choosing not to settle can be extremely uncomfortable. When you choose not to settle, you're like, you're not losing anything. You're making room for what actually belongs to you and what belongs in your life. I was in a 4.5 year relationship, and I literally broke up with him, and I like we broke up, and I tried to be friends, and I just like, no, like there was no closure, there was nothing. Like I seen that his behaviors just weren't changing. It just, nothing changed. So why am I keeping you in my life? I don't need closure. You don't need closure. You know, somebody, my ex dealt with a lot of alcohol. He was an alcoholic. I don't care what anybody has to say. He had an alcohol problem. There was a lot of things nobody knew that I fucking ate. That I ate up. Yep. And at the end of the day, that's not what I want for my life. I sat there and I was like, damn, I am not going a whole nother year dealing with this same stuff. Karmic cycles. Oh, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna work on myself. Oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. But literally does nothing to change. And things just go right back to the way they were. And that's me settling because I'm looking at the person's potential. Oh yes, he's a great person. He all these great things. But he drinks. I don't drink. So it's like, it was a turn off for me. So it's like, I'm putting my feelings aside for somebody else because they want to be with me and I don't want to hurt their feelings. No, I'm done putting my feelings aside. Like, I'm tired of always being the nice one. I'm tired of always like, like accepting things I don't want in actuality. Like, I really didn't want it. And it's like, I gave you chance after chance after chance. And then it's like, the more things I found out, the more I'm like, why the fuck am I putting up with this shit? Like, I don't do anything. Why am I dealing with this stuff? The straw that broke the camel's back, he chose to make a joke about me in front of a group of people. He made me cry. He made me cry in front of a group of people and thought it was funny because he was under the influence. And guess what? He doesn't even remember. Why? That's how much you drink. So guess what? I have to stick with those feelings. Like, you get to live your life not remembering what you said. I remember what you said that hurt me. Like, I deal with a lot of body image issues. I deal with a lot of things like that. For anybody that loves me, why would you make comments about my body? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would I want to be with somebody? And then right there, clicked. You're not my person. My person would never do that to me. My person would never make me feel the way you made me feel. And that's me settling because I'm thinking of potential. Oh, potential. Oh, he can change. Oh, he can change. Oh, it'll change. It'll change. No. Listen the first time when they show you who they are. When they show you who they are, that's who the fuck they are. okay? Like, I found myself like smoking more and more and more. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with me? I'm like trying to numb my feelings to deal with a relationship. Come on, that's crazy. Like, I had to reevaluate myself. Like, I had to look at myself like, girl, what the fuck? For a man? Like, come on. Like, my person's gonna love the fuck out of me, cherish the fuck out of me, do anything for me without a blink of an eye. Why am I the one putting in 70 and you're the one putting in 30? That doesn't make any sense. No, no. You will outgrow what you don't tolerate, like, anymore. Like, you will outgrow that once you start healing and looking and really opening your fucking eyes to the bullshit. That's not love. That's unhealthy. If you constantly tell a person, like, hey, I don't like the way you make me feel. Hey, I don't like what you're doing. Like, you know, like, I don't think that's good for you. And they do nothing to change. And they're doing it behind your back. And they're doing it in secret. And they're doing it, like, doing all in lies and lies and lies. Yo, the biggest liar I've ever met. You are the biggest liar I've ever met. So whatever he's told you, I promise you it's a lie. I promise. Man, I'm not hard to love. I run a strict fucking program around here. I can tell you that right now. I do not play. I stopped tolerating what used to drain the fuck out of me. I lost 70 pounds. Like, I mean, I appreciate him. He was there for me when I had cancer. He was the only one there for me when I had cancer. Like, I love him for that. I love him as a person, you know, for the good moments. But the bad outweighed the good. I can tell you that much. Enough for me to just be like, fuck this shit. It is not worth you literally taking me out of character, literally making me act out like, who am I? I was losing myself for somebody else. I was losing my essence. No, absolutely not. I can't. I'm too old. I can't be putting up with stuff that just no longer aligns with my life. That's it. You know, I thought I was being too much, but I'm not too much. You need to just stop looking at potential. That's settling. Stop having conversations with people that literally go nowhere. People that have no dreams or goals in life. Like, people that only come around when it's convenient for them. But when you need them, they're literally not around. It's so weird. I don't give a fuck. That's my favorite word. Weird. Nah, I'm done with that. Like, my life got real quiet once I started cutting off all the dead ends. Real quiet. Like, no distractions, no fake love, no fucking temporary fixes. Like, just me. Focusing on me. That's healing. You know? The kind of silence that can break you, or it can build you into somebody you never thought you could be. Look at me. You know, like, you feel like you have such a strong connection to somebody. Maybe that's a trauma bond. You guys bonded over some trauma. So you guys can, but it's not real. Like, maybe they'll change, you know, like, oh, like, that's you abandoning yourself. Wasting years of your life on somebody that'll never change. You know? Literally. And you know what? If I'm hard to deal with, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Because the right person for me won't find me hard to deal with. Because literally I'm not. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I'm going to check you every time. I'm going to check you every time. And motherfuckers don't like to be checked. Because they feel like they have control. They want control. You're not going to control me. You're not going to tell me what to wear, where to go, what to do. No, I've done that. I've been there. I've been in that. I've been in those relationships. I refuse. If that's what you want, don't come over here. Because I'm not going to. There's no way. There's no way. You funny. There's no way. Like, no. I'm not here to be easy. Like, I'm not here to be easy. So, and the right person for you is going to show up every time. The right person for you is not going to feel like you're hard. The right person for you is not going to feel like you're difficult. Like, that you're not being like a bitch. You're not being overbearing. No. The right person is going to be like, damn, she's right. I should work on myself. Damn, she's right. I should go get some help. Damn, she's right. Maybe I should get in a program. Damn, she's right. Maybe I should look into. No. You're choosing not to help yourself. That tells me everything I need to know. No, thank you. I'm not settling. I'm not settling in this lifetime, my next lifetime, whatever. I'm not settling in love. I'm not settling in friendships. I'm not settling in anything that will literally cost my peace. It's not. I forgive everybody. I forgive you guys for whatever the fuck you guys did. I forgive you. But you're not welcome back in my life. You're not. And then once that ship sails, they be like, damn, she was so good to me. Damn, she was. Yeah, the grass is never greener on the other side, baby. I promise you that. She might look better, but she's not better. But whatever, you know? Man, choose yourself. Choose yourself first. Stop settling for potential. Potential doesn't grow. It doesn't. Choose yourself always. Love yourself. Love yourself. I don't know. I can scream it to the world. Love yourself. Learn to love yourself. enough to walk away and know you'll be okay. That's the test from the universe, walking away from bullshit. So, God can give you somebody that'll treat you right from the start. And it'll open your eyes to those red flags and be like, okay, this person ain't shit. I should let them go. This person doesn't align with how I feel. They're not listening to how I feel. I have to let them go. Because it's a hard decision. You know, you spend a long time with somebody, but you have to really, really look in your heart and be like, yo, this is not good for me. Choose yourself. Please choose yourself. I figured you can pick a card. Let's see. Ooh. It says confusion. Confusion usually comes from too many choices or information, making it hard to see the way forward. It is a reminder to slow down, think clearly, and choose a direction that you truly desire. Confusion is temporary. When you calm your mind, the answer will emerge.